Yo, what is up everyone? JayE here, and today I'm going to be ranking all of Marth's moves in Smash Ultimate in this tier list maker. And I'd like to thank Nightmare for creating the tier list, so shout out to him, he's a fellow Marth main. And yeah, I thought this would be a fun video to do, just share my thoughts on Marth's moveset in Ultimate. And this is my opinion, so let me know what you guys think in your own tier list. I'll leave it in the description if you guys want to make your own. But yeah, so let's get started. Um, Marth's moveset, going to be ranking them from best to worst. So, best and most useful moves, S tier, great moves, A tier, good moves, B tier, niche moves, C tier, and lastly, D tier, don't ever use. So, yeah, let's get started. Um, Marth is a very aerial heavy character, so we'll start with his arguably most used aerial, forward air. Forward air is amazing. It does wonders for Marth. It's always going to be useful for him in every Smash game. Um, Forward air has range, it's quick, it has kill power when you tip her, it combos, it's a combo move, it combos into itself. Um, if you space it, you can poke people's shield. It's just an amazing move. It can edge guard. It's a very versatile move that has, pretty much use in almost any situation, honestly. So forward air definitely deserving. Like I said, arguably his most used aerial alongside neutral air. Um, Neutral air, one of the best neutral airs in the game, in my opinion. Not only when it tippers, because when you tipper Nair, it's one of the strongest neutral airs in the game. It's so strong. People who don't fight Marth very often, they'll be kind of shocked that Nair kills it early. They'll be like, "Why did I die at 80?" Well, that's the power of tipper Nair. It's just so good. And even when it doesn't tipper, you know, it's weak when it doesn't tipper, but when it doesn't tipper, you can still combo. You can combo Nair trains. Nair to Nair. You can do three up to three Nairs, even four Nairs. You can do uh, first hit Nair confirms that I love to do. You can do first hit Nair to F smash, first hit Nair to Dolphin Slash. Um, just so many confirms that Nair has. It's so useful. And the other reason that it's also useful is because it's the only move that Marth has that actually kind of covers him. And what I mean by that is it kind of lingers in a way. And I always say that Marth has two weaknesses. His first weakness is that he can't land very well. He's very bad when he's above his opponent. Second of all, the second weakness is that he's very whiff punishable because all of his moves come out quick, but they don't last very long. You know, and Nair is one of the few moves that actually kind of lasts long because he swings it twice. So he can kind of protect him and cover him from that whiff, that moment of vulnerability that Marth has, that weakness. Because he doesn't have a move like a Wolf Nair or you know, Mario Nair, those moves that kind of last for a while. So Nair is that move that kind of lingers. Out of all his moves, that's the only one that kind of lingers for a while because it swings twice. So yeah, that's why Nair is amazing. Another reason why it's amazing. So the Fair and Nair, safely in the S tier. Like I said, very area heavy character. Um, but now another move that isn't an aerial, down tilt. Down tilt is one of the few moves that Marth has that isn't an aerial that's very safe if you space it, obviously. But even if you don't space down tilt, you can combo to itself. It's kind of a good pressure option. You can do down tilt to shield breaker. It's a setup I love to do. If you get the tipper, it'll do the most shield damage and then just pop a shield breaker if they're still shielding, and it will just shield break them almost pretty much every time. So down tilt's an amazing move because um, it's gotten even more useful because of the way Ultimate works with the movement. So you can do the run up tilt now. So because of that, down tilt just became so much more useful. You kind of spam the move in neutral, not spam it, but basically just use it to your advantage. It's such a good poking move, pressure move. You can two frame sometimes. It can combo sometimes. It's a confirmed setter upper. Setter upper. That's probably the wrong word to use, but that's not even a word. Excuse me. But yeah, down tilt can, you know, down tilt to up smash, not smash, down tilt to Dolphin Slash, down tilt to F smash. It sets up to kill moves. So just an amazing move that Marth has that's quick and safe, and it's pretty much always going to be useful for Marth because not many characters have a down tilt like Marth does. So down tilt is just very, very useful. And yeah, next would be Dolphin Slash. The previous two moves set up or combo into Dolphin Slash, actually, like I said. So yeah, Dolphin Slash, it's the reason that it's very hard to edgeguard Marth for the most part. It's such a fast move. I think it comes out frame 4, something like that. Don't quote me on that. I think very fast. This is my point. It's a very fast out of shield option. It's one of the best out of shield options in the game. It's very strong when you get the base hit. Um, and even the weak hit kind of helps you, juggle people. If you can just kind of up B and people don't expect it, the weak hit can hit people in the air. And if they're at the ledge while you're recovering, up B is so good that you can still snap the ledge and then hit people with Dolphin Slash. So Dolphin Slash just has so much use. Out of shield, it can combo. It's a kill. It's a kill finisher move. Um, Recovery, like I said, you can't really counter Marth of B. If you try to, then he'll probably just counter past it. And sometimes you can catch people with it, but for the most part, Marth's Dolphin Slash is almost untouchable when it comes to recovery. Um, so yeah, Dolphin Slash, incredible move. I'm very thankful to have that as a recovery move. Obviously, I guess the weakness with it is it doesn't help Marth horizontally very much, but Marth's jump is good enough to where you can recover most of the time. So Dolphin Slash, it's a more vertical move, but um, just a great overall move. It does so much. So yeah, next, let's see, Dancing Blade. Now I was considering putting Dancing Blade in the A tier just because of the consistency issues it has with tippering, sadly. But I just think after thinking about it, it's way too useful to not be an S tier. Um, it's one of his main kill moves. It has so many different swings. You can do the downward one that does damage at low percent, more damage at low percent. You can do the upward one to kind of keep people there and juggle. Obviously, the forward one to tipper. And when you tipper someone with it, it does so much damage and kill people at ridiculously low percents, like 70%, even lower maybe. Dancing Blade is just so useful for that. And even if it's kind of unsafe on shield, but even if someone shields it, a lot of the time they kind of expect you to just do the last 3 hits or the last 2 hits. So you don't have to do all the hits. So you can kind of pull back, just do the first two and then kind of reset neutral and be safe. So it's great for that in that regard because you can kind of mix up with it. You can also do short hop, dancing blade, and stuff like that. And not to mention, it also stalls you in the air. It's always stalled you in the air. It kind of works differently in Ultimate because they changed the animation and the properties a little different, but it still stalls you in the air when you're trying to land. And like I said, one of Marth's weaknesses is trying to land, so that dancing blade mix up in the air kind of helps him mix up his recovery. Um, so yeah, dancing blade just has a lot of use, so that's why I think it's in the S tier. And another move that kind of helps him land is Shield Breaker. That's not my main point, but Shield Breaker, when you are landing, you can do reverse with it. That's one bonus it has. So yeah, Shield Breaker. I mean, what can I say? It just does its job very well. It breaks people's shield. It has a lot of range, a lot of power when you charge it. Even if you don't charge it, if you tipper it, it can kill. Um, if you play like me and you kind of condition the shield, you can just kill people at ridiculously low percents. Because if Marth breaks someone's shield, they're gonna die pretty much at 20% at the lowest if they're really light or if you have rage. Shield Breaker is just incredible. It's one of the strongest charged moves in the game, and even if you charge it in the air, you can fly with it. Um, not that that's very useful most of the time, but it can be useful. I guess you had no jump or something, but that gives it style points. So Shield Breaker, incredible range. I think it has the most range out of all of Marth's moves in front of him. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it does. And not to mention you can angle it. So Shield Breaker, just incredible. Mixing up landings, getting kills. A lot of people don't expect like a raw Shield Breaker, so you can kind of kill someone with it if you space it. And like I said, it's just when you charge it, it's incredible. Kills people so early. So Shield Breaker very deserving of the S tier in my opinion. Let's see. Next, forward tilt. The only other tilt in this tier, in my opinion. So forward tilt, it's basically in a way kind of a better version of forward smash because it's less laggy, less of a commitment. Obviously, it's not as strong if you don't tipper, but when you do tipper, it's incredible. It pretty much does the same thing F Smash does, but like I said, less commitment for the most part. And because you can do the pivot cancel tech or whatever it's called, I forgot the name of it, but where you can uh, get more range out of forward tilt. Every character can do it, but Marth gets the most mileage out of it, or one of the most. He uses it really well compared to most characters. So F tilt is just amazing. It covers so much space in front of him. and not only in front of him but also up above him because he swings it kind of above him. And because of that, you can tipper on platforms. You can tipper your foe on the platform, and it will catch them most of the time and more consistently than doing an F smash. And obviously, it's quicker than F smash. So yeah, F tilt is just incredible. It's one of his main kill moves. So you should be using that a lot in the neutral. Obviously, don't spam it because if you spam it, you're probably not going to tipper it every single time. So you want to get used to spacing it. And honestly, I need to use the pivot cancel tech more with more. But F tilt's just an amazing. It's going to be one of your main kill moves. And let's see, is there anything else I put in here? Yeah, I think one move. This one might be a little controversial. I'm going to put down smash in S tier. You could put it in A tier. I wouldn't care, honestly. I'd be fine putting it here. But I think down smash is underrated still. People, you know, people have been playing Marth for a long time know that down smash is good. Um, and the reason it's good is because it's his fastest smash attack, and it also is a kill confirm move. So down tilt to down smash, I made a video about it actually. If you guys have seen it, down tilt to down smash, I implore people to use that move, that confirm more. It's so useful. Um, you can do obviously you can do other confirms like down tilt to F smash more, but down tilt to down smash is so good because it's hard to tech down tilt at a high percent, and down smash comes out very quick. And even if they tech away or roll away, the back hit, the second swing of down smash can kind of catch them. So because of that, down smash I think is just a generally more useful move than F smash in the right situation, I'd say. So yeah, like I said, I think it's kind of underrated, and in my opinion, it's very good, and I use it a lot personally. So down smash is in the S tier. I mean, like I said, you could put it in A tier. This might be a little controversial, but I think down smash is very useful. And it can catch rolls too because it swings twice in front and behind Marth. So yeah, I think that's everything in the S tier. So yeah, let's move on to great moves in the A tier. I'm going to start with let's see, up tilt. I'm gonna start with up tilt because it's, in my opinion, borderline between these. Like you could probably put it in S tier. Um, but the reason I'm putting it not in S tier is because it has consistency issues. It doesn't tipper enough when I wanted to because sadly the developers just messed up his tipper on some of his hitboxes for some reason. But still, despite that, even with that BS, up tilt is still a great move. It's always a great move. It's kind of like a bubble that kind of protects Marth when people are above him. Someone trying to challenge you from above. Just doing like a lazy aerial or something. You do a Marth up tilt, it's probably going to beat it out if you time it correctly. And obviously, if you space it, it will tipper and kill. And it's a great move when it actually does tipper. And it combos at low percent. It's a good move. You can run up tilt, neutral sometimes and catch people with it. You can do up tilt combos. It's just a great move overall. But like I said, the consistency issues kind of hold it back in my opinion. So if it was Smash 4 up tilt, I would probably put it in S tier. But because sadly it's not like that anymore, I put it in A tier. But still, overall, great move. It's going to be one of your most used tilts along with forward tilt and down tilt. Um, that's all his tilts. So yeah, pretty much all his tilts are going to be useful. So yeah, up tilt in the A tier. Next is back air. Back air, another move that has great range like forward air and nair, but it's not as useful or not as used as the forward air and nair, so that's why it's in the A tier. But still great. Like I said, huge range. It can kill very early, and it has a special property. One of the few moves in the game that, or a few back airs in the game that turns him around. So if you see my videos, sometimes I'll do a bear off the stage and then I'll do another bear. Um, and the reason I do that is so I can turn around for the back air. I don't have to, turn manually. I can just do it in the air really quick. So bear has that unique property about it where he turns you around. So that's really cool. Um, so bear is just so useful when it comes to edge guarding most of the time. It can kind of combo sometimes. You can also use it in neutral to mix people up. So like if someone's running towards you and they're trying to jump, you can kind of catch their short hop or their full hop with a bear. And because of the buffs last patch, it tippers easier. So it's definitely more consistent now. So bear is a solid move overall. So definitely it's good in this tier. Next, F smash. iconic move F smash, the epic finishing uh, forward smash smash stack. So yeah, F smash, uh, not in S tier for obvious reasons. It's just laggy. It's kind of slow for the most part. It's not as quick as down smash. But obviously, if you hit it, it's very strong, especially if you tipper. It's one of the strongest smash stacks in the game, one of the best punish moves in the game. But like I said, the lag kind of holds it back, and it's not as good as it used to be. Um, it's not spammable as it was in Melee. You can't just run up F smash and have this gigantic range. They nerfed the move a lot because it was a very spammable move back in the day. So its range isn't as good, but it's still great for what it does. It's just basically your punish move, your main punisher move, and it can be a combo finisher. Like you can do up tilt to F smash sometimes, up air to F smash. Speaking of up air, that's the next move I'm gonna put here. Up air. I mean, it's just a good aerial overall. I mean, none of Marth's aerials are bad, so they're all gonna have some use. Up air is gonna catch people trying to land. Obviously, it'll beat them out, and because of the buff, it tippers better now. So that's great. And it also is a good combo move. You can combo into itself. You can combo up air to bear, and that will be a confirm if you tipper both, or tipper the back air, should I say. The weak hit up air is amazing for comboing. You can do up air to F smash, up air fair. It's just very useful, and it's pretty safe on shield if you space it properly, and if you're doing it on a character that doesn't really have the greatest out of shield option, you can kind of cross them up with it and land on their shield and just up air and then kind of dash away and be pretty safe. So up air is useful for that. So definitely solid in the A tier. Next, um, grab. Yeah, I put grab in the A tier. Marth's grab is not like melee grab, obviously anymore. You can't grab someone from across the stage, but it still has pretty good grab range compared to some other grab range characters like Wii Fit Trainer and Robin kind of have a really bad grab range. Marth kind of still has a little bit of that magnetic grab, kind of, with it. Like it's just a solid grab range. That's why I put in A tier. And grab, like I said, Marth is a very aerial heavy character, so grabbing is one of his greatest mix-ups. Tomahawk grabs is very important with Marth if you want to be good with him, in my opinion. So grab definitely is there, and obviously it has grab combos at low percent, and it will kill at high enough percents with up throw at like 180 or so, 170 depending on the character. So grab is just a useful tool, and it's a good mix-up for the most part. And is that all the moves? Counter, yeah, counter. I don't know. You could put it in B tier, but I'm gonna say it's great. I'm gonna say it's great here because counter is like it's just like grab. It's a good mix-up. Um, not as you're not gonna use counter as much as grab, obviously, but counter is like Marth's greatest mix-up because if you don't use counter the whole match, they won't expect the counter, especially if you're fighting like an aggressive player. You can even just run in and counter if you're confident that they're just going to throw an aerial or something and be aggressive. Counter is a good and kind of just throw people off. Not to mention, obviously, it destroys some characters and kind of makes some matchups unfair if you can win the neutral. So like if you're fighting Ike, you're gonna have to force Ike to air dodge up to the ledge, force him to double jump. And if they counter, you just counter or B and they're dead. Same with Crom. Ness will die at like 40% from a countered up B. And it's a pretty consistent counter compared to the other counters. It's not Joker's counter, obviously. Joker's counter is just ridiculous. That move needs to be toned down, in my opinion. But Marth's counter is just a very consistent, good counter move. It kills when it needs to, for the most part, and just a good mix-up. So obviously it's punishable, so you don't want to spam it, but I think it's good enough to be in this tier. So yeah, counter in the great moves. That might be a little controversial. Some people think it's bad because obviously you can't spam it, but I think it's good enough to be there. So yeah. So we only got 6 moves left. In the good moves tier, we're gonna start with Dare, down air. You can argue that down air is in the great moves tier because when you do land it, it gives you so much reward. Obviously it's Marth's main. It's his only spiking move. So if you spike it, that's good. But it's harder to land now. It's not as good as easy as land as it was before in like Brawl and Melee. So because of that, Dare isn't as useful. Like like out of shield and stuff is not as good. I mean, even if it doesn't tipper, it can still, hit, and it kind of hits them off an awkward angle. And even if it doesn't spike and it tippers, you can kind of kill, which is always weird. It's always weird feeling to kill with dare when it doesn't spike in this game. But yeah, when you do land it in neutral, like if you land on top of someone with a dare and you get the spike hitbox, you can get a lot of reward out of that. It's a great combo setup move. So you can do dare, pop them up, F smash, tipper and kill. You can do dare, do other moves. It's just a pretty good move, but overall, it's not as useful as the other aerials that Marth has. Compared to bear, fair, and nair. So down air is good, but not amazing, in my opinion. So that's why I put it here. Um, yeah, so that's down air, and next, up smash. In my opinion, Marth's least useful smash attack, or least used for most people. Up smash, does its job. It kills when it needs to. Um, you can get if you get the tipper up smash is very strong, obviously, but you're never gonna really land a tipper up smash in a game realistically. It's very rare to do that. Um, it does confirm from first hit nair because first hit nair combos into everything pretty much. You can do first hit nair to dash up smash. It's kind of a tight timing. I do it sometimes. It's a good move, but overall up smash is not that good because if you're gonna do like a randy smash attack in neutral, it's gonna be F smash or down smash. Up smash is pretty punishable. I mean, all of them are, but up smash is like the most punishable one. Uh, it's not good enough to be in great moves in my opinion, so that's why I put up smash there. And it's also weaker than Lucina, sadly. So if you don't tipper it, so up smash, probably is worst smash deck. All right, I think that's all in the good moves. Yeah, so C tier niche moves. Gonna start off with jab. Jab is not as glorious as it used to be. Smash 4 jab was amazing, but they nerfed it in this game. It's back to its old kind of jab, and it does what it does. It jab locks. That's its main use, pretty much. Very niche, very specific use that jab has. Um, Pretty much the only time it uses is a jab lock. You miss a tech, and then just jab them, and then oh, that's another reason why Dancing Blade is also good because it also jab locks too with the first hit. But yeah, jab is not like Dancing Blade, where Dancing Blade is applicable to a bunch of other things, but jab only has that pretty much one use. You can do out of shield too, but most of the time when you want to you want to punish someone, you're not going to jab them. Jab's pretty weak. Um, so yeah, sadly, jab's not as useful as it used to be. I really miss the old Smash 4 jab. That was just an incredible option we had, but it still has its use, but it's very niche, so that's why it's in this tier. And yeah, we only got 3 moves left. So dash grab and pivot grab. The reason I put them in this tier is because it's just not as good as like a regular standing grab, more punishable, more laggy. So dash grab, most of the time, unless you're really confident, they're gonna shield. You can get a dash grab, but if you Hail Mary grab, it's gonna be very punishable. Pivot grab. The reason it's in this tier is simply because of how ultimate works. You can't run through people anymore, and that was a change that I was really bummed out about because um, in my opinion, it's just a bad change because it kind of makes the neutral a little less deep, in my opinion, because you can't run through people and have those kind of mix-ups. Um, and because of that, pivot grabs are not as useful. Like in Smash 4, you can run through people and get a pivot grab, and I used to see pivot grabs all the time. Now in Ultimate, you rarely see pivot grabs. I mean, obviously, it could still be used in some situations, like if someone rolls towards you or they roll in, you can catch them with a pivot grab, and pivot grabs extend your range. I think so. It can be useful in that situation, but like I said, it's very niche, and so that's why it's in this niche tier. Sadly, pivot grabs don't see that much use these days, but can be useful in specific scenarios. So yeah, that is the niche tier. Those 3 moves, and lastly, we only got 1 move left. Dash attack in don't ever use. D tier for dash attack. Dash attack is just an astronomically bad move. I don't know why they just keep making this move terrible since Smash 4. It's just like why? I don't understand. Like every time I use this move, it's on accident. That's pretty much that's pretty much what happens. Like I do a down tilt a dash attack sometimes. I catch myself doing that, and I do that on accident when I'm trying to do a down smash instead. Dash attack is just so slow. Um, it gives you a little reward for the most part. It can kill. I've killed with it before, but like I said, it's on accident. I mean, when's the last time you've seen a dash attack kill from Marth? When's the last time you've seen someone use a dash attack? Dash attack is just so very bad. It's very terrible. It's easily Marth's worst move in my opinion. You should pretty much never use this move because, um, down smash, dolphin slash are just better versions of it. They're faster. They can kill easier. They're more consistent. They're not. Yeah, and not to mention dash attack is just ugly looking too. I don't know, they changed the animation for it to make it look even worse. It's just an awkward move. I don't like using it, and every time I use it, it's just like, you know. I don't know about you guys, but I feel gross using dash attack because it's just like I never meant to do that. I didn't input that, and I don't want to ever use that move. And it's sad because dash attack was so good in melee, such a good burst option. Kind of secret tool that pops people up for combos. Dash attack does none of those things. If you hit with the weak hit, it's like a super weird. You hit them, but it's like really weak, so it's like the foe is like, what? Like, oh, I forgot Marth even had that move. That's what dash attack is. It's just a very forgetful, most of the time useless move. 99% of the time. So yeah, if you don't ever use this move, and if you do use it, you're probably using it on an accident like me. So that is the tier list. Yeah, so just to review, S tier best and most useful moves. We got forward air, neutral air, down tilt, dolphin slash, dancing blade, shield breaker, forward tilt, and down smash. Next tier great moves. You got up tilt, back air, forward smash, up air, grab, and counter. Good moves, down air and up smash. Niche moves, jab, dash grab, pivot grab, and Marth's worst move is dash attack. So yeah, that's my list. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Um, Listening to my rambling about Marth's moveset. And overall, I mean, if you just look at this, Marth's got great moves. He's got a great moveset overall. I mean, the S tier has the most moves. You it's just sad that dash attack's terrible. I feel like if they gave dash attack some use, Marth would be a lot more useful, and obviously fix some of its hitboxes. But yeah, I mean, I can't really complain because like dash attack, like I said, it's terrible, but it's only one move that's terrible, absolutely terrible. So yeah, that's my list, and like I said, I will leave this in the description if you guys want to make your own. So let me know you guys' thoughts. What would you change? I know counter is probably not so great to some people, or down smash is not so good to some people, but this is just my list for right now. So yeah, these are my thoughts on Marth's moveset ranked in my opinion, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I want to try to make more videos where I'm talking, you know, every once in a while. So I think that's good. Let me know if I can do something. Maybe I can talk more. I have some more commentary. Maybe I'll find something else. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching, and hope you enjoyed. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.